Greetings once again from Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos, and I want to send out a special thanks to all the people on YouTube who have been sending me positive comments about my reviews. I'm glad I'm getting more subscribers, and I'm especially happy that you're liking what I'm saying and you're going out and getting the books based on my recommendations. I applaud you for that and thank you for that. And I hope you will continue to send me feedback about my book reviews. Now, two great books this week, as always. Now, these books are sort of the past and the future of fiction in many ways. Anyone who has read the J.D. ROBB In Death series featuring Eve Dallas know that these books are set in, well into the 21st century. In fact, this time they're up to the year 2061. So the first book out is Abandoned in Death by J.D. ROBB. This is published by St. Martin's Press, and it retails for $38.50. This is book 54 of the series. How J.D. ROBB, aka Nora Roberts, does these books, and she keeps them so fresh, and they're all different, is a tribute to her writing prowess. So Abandoned in Death continues that tradition in so many ways. It's one of the best books of the series, and as usual, it has Eve Dallas's partner, Delia Peabody, as they investigate some very bizarre crimes. A woman is found at a park bench. She's sitting there, dead, and she's wearing clothing, vintage clothing actually from the early part of the 2000s. So, of course, we're in 2061, so anything of the early 2000s to them is vintage. So, but she's her nails have been done. She's been washed. She's got perfume on, and it's just like she's sitting there. But unfortunately, she's dead. And as they investigate, they find a ribbon around her neck, and under it is where her throat was slit, but it was neatly stitched up. So the woman was a bartender. So they start to worry that there's a killer on the loose. And when another server at a bar is abducted, they know they have a problem on their hands and that they must find the perpetrator quickly. So it appears that this person, actually on the victim's chest, there's a note, and it's written "Bad Mummy." So they figure the killer has a mummy issues. Either it was punished as a child, but it definitely is a person with a psychotic mind. So when another woman is found dead wearing vintage clothing, all dressed up in death, they figure they got to find the killer, and fast. Bad Mummy is also written on a note that's left with her. So Delia Peabody and Eve Dallas start investigating, and they find a lot of interesting characters, potential suspects, but they haven't found the person. Dr. Myra is a psychologist, and she's in on the case too, and she understands that this person has mummy issues or mother issues. And so it is, as usual, a typical J.D. ROBB, Eve Dallas book. You'll find so many interesting aspects, so many interesting characters, and they know they have to stop the killer because they will kill again, and they've abducted other women, and they're holding them prisoner, ready to make them their next victims. So, Eve Dallas's husband, Rourke, is part of the book too, for those who enjoy seeing Rourke. So don't abandon this book. If you're looking for a superior work of fiction, J.D. ROBB's Abandoned in Death is definitely a book that you should pick up and add to your collection. Now, the second book of note is Dreamtown by David Baldacci, published by Grand Central Publishing, and it retails for $37. This book, unlike Abandoned in Death that goes into the future, Dreamtown is in the past. In fact, it's set in 1953. This is book 3 of the Aloysius Archer series. It's a really great series. It's like a noir detective fiction. And anyone who's read a David Baldacci book, and he's had so many so many classic characters. The Camel Club. He's got Atlee Pine. He's had so many creations that you cannot go wrong with the David Baldacci book. And it features Aloysius Archer. He's with Liberty Callahan, his girlfriend and rising starlet. It's New Year's Eve 1952. 1953 is approaching. And they are at a big party. And a woman, Eleanor Lamb, who is a screenwriter and a friend of Liberty Callahan, comes to talk to the both of them. And she says someone has gotten into her apartment, they're stalking her, and she fears for her life. So she wants Archer to handle the case. He does, and he decides to go to her apartment and check it out. And when he goes there, there's a body lying in blood on the floor. So whether the person had gotten in looking for Eleanor Lamb, well, there's a body there. And it is a private eye, actually, who's lying there dead. And Eleanor Lamb has vanished. So the question is, why is the person after a screenwriter? And in typical David Baldacci fashion, he unloads a lot of characters on us. And Aloysius Archer finds himself in peril many times. He's hit over the head, he's abducted, he's in a burlap sack, and he's actually taken to be killed. He's got to dig his own grave. But from out of left field comes Willie Dash. That is his mentor and his boss, who has followed him because he suspects something is very wrong. And he saves Archer at the last minute. And so, but this book is fascinating because I'm a big fan of David Baldacci. He's one of my top 5 writers, and he can do no wrong in the literary world, and this is no exception to it. And in typical David Baldacci fashion, the book has a lot of seedy characters, a lot of seedy locales, and the question is, why is Eleanor Lamb abducted? And there are more murders too. And Archer finds himself in danger more than once, so he's constantly running for his life. And as for Liberty Callahan, she's still a fascinating character too. So if you like noir fiction set in 1953, Dreamtown is one dreamy piece of fiction. So those are the 2 books I wanted to draw to your attention this time out. Hopefully when you're at your bookstore and you're looking through your books, Abandoned in Death and Dreamtown will be at the top of your must-buy list. So thank you as always for watching my videos. I hope you will continue to comment. And in the future, as I say, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and please stay in touch. See you again real soon. Bye for now.